Everybody, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Monday, sir.
What an exciting Monday this is, PJ, and what an exciting week it is here in Dream Giveaway Garage land.
Have we ever not had an exciting Monday or an exciting day here in the garage?
That's true. But this one will be as exciting as we expect. It will be a whole lot of fun. Today, we're taking three cars that really are so different from each other, but you can win all three. So don't be perplexed, because all three start with the letter P. Kind of. P, Pony, the Mustang. P, Petty, the Charger. P, Porsche, the 718 Cayman GT4 RS.
There's a lot of variations going on here, Chris.
There is. And if you look at the value of these three combined, we're somewhere between $400,000 and $500,000 when you count in the federal prize tax the Dream Giveaway will pay if you're the winner. That is just so crazy to think that I'm standing just these three and almost $500,000 of grand prizes. PJ?
Well, not only that you're just standing between these three, you've got different brands and you've got different years, obviously, and you also have different, countries that are making these things, right?
And different motivation on these, right?
Yeah, so looking at this one here, what year?
1966 K-Code Mustang, 4-speed, dealer installed factory air, about as classic as a Mustang could ever be.
Now, obviously, cars back in those days were pretty much this kind of format. Obviously, the new ones are much different, right? So you've got this kind of style. You don't have a bench seat anymore here. You've got no seat right now because it's all put down, right?
Right, the whole fold-down seat.
Love the interior. I love the whole pony part of this.
Correct. And special thanks to CJ Pony Parts for providing so many of the restoration parts on this wonderful K-Code Mustang. PJ, who's out digging what we put together for today's show?
Alan says perfect peas.
Perfect peas. And that's right. Mind your peas.
That's right. Pints and quarts, right?
That's right. And this, Dodge, if any of the big three really nailed putting together a muscle car for the modern era, it's got to be Dodge, right? Whether it's a Charger or a Challenger, the Hellcat, they really created an entirely new market segment when the Hellcat came out in 2015. 2016, one of those 2 years. And this, the very last car built by Petty's Garage. This one, 885 horsepower with the Mopar direct connection stage 2 kit, an homage to when Richard Petty and every other Hemi race car driver in NASCAR was banned after the 1964 season. Bill France said, no Hemis, no way. But he relented after 1 year, and then the Hemis were back in 1966. The rest is history. Before long, the big wing cars came, over 200 miles an hour at the Daytona Super Speedway. And this, just an incredible one-of-one build.
Did NASCAR lose a lot of following in 1965?
I don't know. They weren't checking in with me in 65. My guess is that they were getting a whole lot of push from Chrysler saying you got to let our engine back in, and Chrysler was probably a good corporate sponsor of what was going on.
Now, Chris, you've had cars in the garage that talk about the essential first car, muscle car that's kind of set the tone for the muscle car era. And would this Ford Mustang here, this pony car here, be part of that whole beginning stages?
It definitely set the tone. We got to remember, between 64 and 66, 1 million Mustangs were sold. That is a huge number. You saw Mustangs everywhere you went. It was the most popular selling car. I got to make sure I get this right. 57 Chevy was huge, and then there wasn't another huge number until the Mustang came out on that. And what an amazing car.
So then you look at, today's day and age, and you talked about this being a, muscle car of today's day.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And then over here, something completely different, another letter P. But this one, from all the way across the pond over in Germany, the best that Porsche can put together on the 718 Cayman platform, borrowing the Boxer 6 from the 911, putting in all that carbon fiber at the Y-Stock package. This thing is a track monster. Now what that Hellcat will do going in a straight line, the Porsche will do going around those curves, right? This is definitely a road race ready track machine, whereas the Dodge is a straight line drag race.
Now, if you're a
machine.
Porsche fan, you really love this kind of car, right? I mean, this is just the best.
We had Porsche fans here earlier today. They're like, check out that GT4 RS. It is the best 718 Cayman that money can buy. And look, I mean, look at it. Look at the brakes on this thing. Right?
I know, it's very hard to notice.
In fact,
or not to notice it.
And no offense to the 66 Mustang that I love, I really love. But take a look, can you even see behind, can you even see the brakes behind there, or is it covered?
No, there's a little bit.
No.
Not really. They're in there.
No, I almost think that the rotors on here are bigger than the entire wheel on the Mustang. Look at that. And look at the calipers up front, smaller calipers, of course, in the rear, because most of your stopping power comes from the front. Aerodynamics, you know, amazing, amazing vehicle. And unlike the other two that we're showing you today, this one is, of course, a mid-engine. Correct?
Yeah. So, I mean, this is really driving, right? This is, you want to have fun driving, this is what you want to get into.
Correct. If you live in a town that has valleys and mountains and curves, winding roads, this is the car for you.
Much different handling.
Much different handling than the Charger. Yeah. And much lighter too. I mean, this vehicle is easily 1,200 pounds lighter than the Charger.
Joe says, thank goodness Lee Iacocca fought hard to bring the Mustang to market. The Deuce was not keen at all to take chances following the Edsel debacle.
That's correct. Yeah. And Lee Iacocca, who most of you probably know from the Chrysler commercials, because he also brought the minivan to the American market. But yes, in his younger years, he brought the Mustang to market, and he had to battle to get the Mustang to come, and it surprised probably just about everybody. But a great car here, the Mustang. That's just half of the grand prize. We can't show you the other half today. We've got some things moving around here in the Dream Giveaway Garage, but it's paired with a 2025 60th anniversary Mustang GT convertible, 480 horsepower, a whole lot more than even this top of the line 271 horse solid lifter. 289 could pack a punch with back in 1966. I better catch my breath.
Michael says that Porsche would be a blast to drive at Virginia International Raceway over there in VIR.
Absolutely. PJ, you've been there to VIR, haven't you?
Yeah, several times.
That's correct. And this right out of NASCAR country, built by Petty's Garage, the very last one built by their team. It is already a collectible, as it is a one of one. And
true.
It is not paired with anything.
Right.
This one is just this, the Porsche is just that, the Mustang comes as a pair.
Roger says you could have added the Pontiac 0 to 60.
That's correct, because that starts with the letter P as well. We did 3 for today's.
Head wants to know, what was the very first giveaway?
Corvettes, 2007, 2008.
Yeah,
Pair
definitely.
of Corvettes, and they were red in color, mid-year. I'm looking at the winter banner now. You guys can't see it. And it was a C6 convertible, it looks like to me.
Yeah, pair. And you can go to our winners page, scroll all the way down to the bottom at our first giveaway that we had, and you'll be able to see the winner right there.
Indeed.
Michael says that Petty Outlawed is a sweet ride. I have seen it up close and personal. Michael Brown, thank you so much.
It is very nice, and lots of upgrades on that. Fiske wheels, Anderson composites hood, American Carcraft on the lighting, direct connection stage 2 on the performance kit, and there's a couple more upgrades on that as well. Cat skin interior,
Larry says, love the Classic. I can at least work on them at home.
That's right. You can look in the engine bay and you can know what's there, right? It's so much harder these days with all the ECUs and PCMs and this and that and the other.
Scott says, amazing cars. What a blessing for the winners and the charities we all support.
It really is. And let's mention real quickly that the next giveaway to end will be the Harley Dream giveaway. So a few days left on that. You can see the Harley CVO bike over there, that bagger, top of the line as well, because we get the best because you're the best. And that comes with a Harley F250 diesel powered truck based on an F250. Retail price on that truck alone about $140,000.
Now we've just finished an F250, but we still have another chance to get on that Harley.
Yet another
right?
F250, that's correct. And when do we draw the winner? September 4th for the outdoor 4th. Truck?
Yep.
That's the other F250.
Giovanni says, love what you guys do. Appreciate
Thank you so
that.
much.
Kathy says, love that Porsche so much. And that's what I was saying. If you're really a Porsche fan, and I don't know if it's like a cult kind of a thing, because if you're in that cult of Porsche lovers, you cannot get away from it because not one car can compare anymore, right?
Oh, it's so true. I've got to tell you guys, what else do we have going on this week? We're coming into Labor Day weekend. And I know Kathy is going to be sending you guys some special promo codes. So be sure to watch for those on Facebook. She won't send them to your email. You have to watch her post to find out what that special promo code is. Be sure to get your entries over the Labor Day weekend. And then on September 1st, which is Labor Day exactly, we'll be launching our new Road and Track Dream giveaway. So that'll be launching 1 week from today. And I can't tell you what the grand prizes are, but it shouldn't be too hard to guess.
Roy says, what's up? From North Alabama, I finally made it live. Appreciate that, Roy.
Thank you so much for watching as well.
And Jeannie says, wow, I'd love to be in your dream giveaway garage. And honestly, we just gave a tour today. Like you said, you had a couple people in today. They were like loving the fact that they can come in and see all these cars.
All you have to do is ring the front doorbell as long as it's business hours and we're not in a meeting. Well, we'll stop what we're doing and we'll give you a tour. We'll even show you Area 52 where the top secret vehicles are.
Joe wants to know, how's the response been on the 66 Chevelle so far?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And a correction on that, it does have aftermarket disc brakes in the front. So I had talked about it before. I don't recall the 66 Chevelle having the option of disc brakes. You could have gotten them, of course, on the Corvette that year. I didn't think you could get them on the Chevelle. So we checked them out. It does have aftermarket front discs.
Mike says, shouldn't one of the C8s keep up with the GT4? Ooh, that's a good question, can it?
Sure. In fact, when Chevrolet built the current generation Z06, their test car to beat everything on was the GT4 RS.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. That was the car to beat, that car right there. So the Z06 was designed to beat that. Whether it did or not, that's up for you guys to decide, but we're giving away both.
That's right. Anno says, oops, I'm late. I missed the alert. I'm waiting to win my truck.
Okay.
Yeah, coming up.
Well, again, September 4th, we'll know who won that F-250.
Trey says, when will you give the car away to us? Depends on which one you're talking about, right?
And that's correct. It's a random poll, an independent accounting firm. We are as surprised as you guys are when the winners' names are revealed.
Danny says that Charger is my world. It's a beautiful car.
Beautiful car. And I hope whoever wins it respects it, keeps it clean, keeps it inside in the garage.
And has a blue Hellcat tattoo.
Well, you know.
You gotta match the emblem on it, right?
Yeah. I suppose that is optional, PJ.
Joe says, Chris is correct. I believe the 67 Chevelle was the first year to offer front disc brakes.
Yeah, 66 it wasn't. Well, what a cool pairing for today. Not a pairing, what a cool...
Oh, did you say that on purpose?
A P.
That's right.
A P word. 3 great cars that somehow tie in with the letter P.
Yeah.
It was a whole lot of fun. We'll see you guys tomorrow. More great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes. It only happens right here in our favorite place on earth, the Dream Giveaway Garage.
See you next time, everyone.